this down a little. Just a little. We'll do 30%. And I'm gonna turn this. Okay. I think this is fine. Okay. Okay, I don't hate it. Okay. Cool. Cool. And then... Cool. Alright. Here we go. Way too big. yeah. Very cool. They're gone. But I plan to make a webtoons eventually. Now that I'm out of college, I thought it would be a good idea, because I want to do something with my art, and I've always had a knack for creating characters and worlds and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not very confident in what am I trying to say? I'm not very confident in creating a comic because I get kind of lazy. I procrastinate real bad. So hopefully I actually, do a good job. I'm gonna work hard, is what I'm trying to say. I plan to work very hard, and I want YouTube to be a part of that journey, and TikTok eventually. I'm not a huge fan of TikTok, I'm gonna be honest. I had a kind of a cult following in the past on TikTok. I had my own Discord server and some devoted fans. But it's just not there's so much negativity on TikTok. Which there's also negativity on YouTube, obviously. You can't have the social media platform and there not be negativity. But I just feel like on YouTube I can kind of form my own interests more than on TikTok, because on TikTok you can see whatever all the time, anytime. But on YouTube, I feel like it's more stable and I can create what I want to see, Obviously, I'll still get weird videos that I didn't ask for, but it's fine. But that's my little rant on TikTok. I will get a TikTok again. Just not yet. It's just there's no one in my live stream, so it's kind of weird. It's like, I don't know if I should talk or if I shouldn't, because I'm pretty much talking to a wall at this point in time, which is kind of what making YouTube videos is like. You talk to a wall, or a camera, I should say, but just saying, it's a little weird. But, so, sorry, I'm trying to get something where I'm comfortable. I am sitting before my legs are falling asleep, so, yeah, not very comfy, I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, okay. As I'm trying to say, this is gonna be my character for, my eventual webcomic. I think it's only going to be 3 chapters long. Sorry. It's going to be 3 chapters long, and I want it to be kind of like Silent Hill. That kind of vibe where you're following a character and you don't think he's inherently evil until you reach the end and you realize, like, until, like, the story actually folds out and you, like, find out he's not a great guy, actually, which I feel like we need more characters of, because a lot of stories I see are just like, oh, he's cool, he's the main protagonist, he's very awesome, but you don't see a lot of, like, people doing things. I mean, you have your serial killers, but I don't know, it's hard to describe. I just love the story of Silent Hill 2. Just that whole plot that he's in his own, like, personal hell. And we find out, like, you make him bad, you know? And it's inexcusable. Like, he's not a good person. Like, no matter what, honestly. He was, like, driven that way. But for this one, I don't want him being driven. Well, maybe. I don't know if I want to have an element of like, social media. Not social media per se, but the media leading to this point. Because, in my sociology class, we were talking about how media transforms people. Like, ads for boys are like tough, rough, cool, awesome, and then for girls it's like cute, dainty, oh my gosh. And there's also an element of I'd say explicit videos out there that are obviously geared towards men, and those videos portray very bad things, and it in turn makes men believe that those bad things are the norm, and it kind of just like in turn causes bad things, like men to do bad things. It was a whole like sociology classroom lesson, I think, and so I wanted an element of that because I don't think it's talked about enough. Like, people make memes about certain explicit videos, but it's not like people are talking about it, you know. They're not talking about how bad of a problem it is. Like, you can go on explicit websites and all you have to do is click a button that's like, yeah, I'm 18. Kids are gonna lie, you know, and it's bad all around, and I think it should definitely be stopped, in all honesty. But yeah, it wasn't gonna be like this, though. I had a whole plan where it was gonna be more Resident Evil 8 coded, where like a guy runs into these 3 crazy girls in like a cult, and then it turns out like the mother, I say this in quotations you can't see, mother, quotation, is like a witch and does witchcraft, which is definitely like pretty much Resident Evil 8, but there was like a personal situation that happened at my house that I kind of want to, what happened? Oh, that I kind of want to like explore more, you know, and I'm more of a fan of psychological horror rather than like scary horror, you know, and I feel like a lot of manga is psychological, like unexpected, weird, and it just like messes with your mind. But yeah, I wanted to do something like that, and so this is the main protagonist. I mean, I wouldn't say protagonist because he's not a good guy, but he's who we're following in the story, and I want him to enter these like domains, and I'm still gonna have the 3 girls, but they're going to represent one woman that he did stuff to. I'm not gonna say what because this is YouTube, but he did not nice things to this woman, and she is now gone. And I want him to have like kind of like afterwards, like going through what might happen if he's left alone to deal with what he had just done, you know. And I want to kind of have him do a certain thing to enter these worlds, alright, and have him, like, do these certain challenges to get out, but the challenges he's facing are kind of what has happened to that woman, and it's gonna make him realize, like, or it's gonna make the reader realize he's a terrible human being. That's what I'm trying to get. At the very end of the story, I want them to be like, wow, he's awful. And just put like hidden messages and stuff, and make them really like think about it, and like let it marinate. But I don't know. That's the plan. I'm sorry I'm saying so much. It's my first one, like my first live stream, and I'm a little nervous. Well, I've live streamed many times on TikTok back in the day, but I haven't did it on YouTube before because I believed YouTube was like an unattainable goal for me, but I reached 60 something subscribers, which I think is a very big deal in my opinion. I'm very proud of myself and like how far I've gotten, and I hope I keep reaching and keep going, and I want to get up there someday and make a fully fledged comic, you know, be like a cool webtoon creator, but that's gonna be it's gonna be a while, you know, and I doubt I'll make any money off of webtoons, but if I can just create a comic that I'm proud of and develop like my own following for it, that would be really awesome. But who knows? I don't know if it'll happen. Like right now, I've had one viewer on this live stream. Big, huge, exciting. I'm glad it's real. I was worried that I wouldn't get anybody on my first one. So if I had one person be interested enough to at least click on it, that's pretty cool. But yeah. And then if you see a hey on the chat logs, it's my alternative account. Which, don't follow that, by the way. There's like really bad, very bad YouTube shorts on it, and it was like my really old personal account, like really old. Also, I don't know what kind of hair I want to do for him. Let me open up my projects. You can see I've been trying to develop this story so much, bro. So much. I don't think there's anything bad. I'm worried about showing like something too crazy, but I'm thinking this is for the hair. Sorry, I'm listening to myself. I'm just seeing how it sounds. I also want him to have cuts and stuff on his face, just because it's like a remnants of what had happened. Obviously, she's gonna pick a fight, you know, as you should if stuff is happening.